بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome dear students again in the second lecture on the listening course. In the first lecture we have discussed how to use and how to improve your English effectively using the textbook. Today will be about how to prepare yourself for exam, effective listening strategies for exam. The previous lecture was about effective listening strategies using the textbook. Now, exam preparation. Preparing for exam needs to start from the first day of the semester or even before. So don't delay preparation until short time before the exam, because listening improvement doesn't happen overnight. You need to keep, as the last tip that we gave in the previous lecture, is practice listening every day. So if you want to prepare yourself for exam, there are strategies, there are steps. You need to work hard, because exam preparation is not like something that you can do quickly or cram everything until in a short time. Let us start. The first thing that you need to know is practice active listening using textbook activities. There is difference between active listening and passive listening. So don't passively play the audio, so doing nothing. No, a good listener, who needs to prepare himself for exam, needs to be very active. Why the textbook tasks are called activities? Because you need to engage yourself in them and become active. So active listening is to do a lot of things to prepare yourself well and to show that you are really focusing with the speaker in the audio. So you imagine yourself in real life speaking to someone, you need to pay full attention to him. And now you have a task which is passing the exams at the end, or improving your listening skills, which is the ultimate goal of everything. So you need to be active. Don't look at the picture. The person in the picture is passively listening. He's not listening. His eyes is going in a different direction. That means he's absent-minded. In this case, he is hearing, not listening. So you need to engage yourself in what you do. So practice active listening, not passive listening. In order to be active, there are 3 steps. This is a 3-step framework for active practice. How can I become active while listening? How I can practice listening skill actively? Here are 3 steps that you need to do. So don't only listen and sit, then fall asleep. No. The first step is preparation. Preparation, the same idea like the book is, if you remember the first lecture, the first step in the book is getting yourself ready. So if you want to prepare yourself for exam or for good listening, good preparation, you need to have preparation before listening. So prepare yourself very well. The second thing is to get yourself engaged while doing listening. So this happens engagement during listening. And what happens before it is preparation. Prepare yourself for listening. What will be the last step? Can you guess? It's review after listening. So all these 3 steps, it goes in a circle. You need to do them again and again. Preparation, engagement, and review. Before, during, and active. Before, while, and after. You need to be active in all these steps. What most students are doing, they just jump to listening and that's all. That's not enough. Preparation before listening and reviewing after listening. Let us talk in detail about each step of these. Let us now go into detail regarding the first point, which is preparation before hitting play, before listening. Remember, Don't listen until you feel you are prepared well or you are ready for listening. So how can I do this? You need to do it in some sub-steps. Number one, you need to analyze everything, predict, use guessing, and review. Analyze, predict, review. Analyze, predict, review. This is for preparing yourself. We will talk in detail about how to analyze the situation, what kind of predictions do you need, and how to review. So this is the aim of this step, is to prepare yourself for listening. Because when we say prepare yourself for exam, that means prepare yourself for listening. Because during exam, you will have only listening tasks. There is no speaking tasks. You will not write a lot, just listening. So preparing for exam means preparing for listening. So here, how can I prepare myself? The first step, you need to analyze. Analyze what? Analyze the questions, the options that you have before listening. Read the question carefully. Try to see what type of questions are these. Yes, no questions, WH questions. What options do you have? 3, 4, 5 options. Examine them. Try to guess which among these options will be the correct answer. This should be done. This analysis should be done before listening in the first step, which is preparation. Also, try to know what you are listening for. Are you listening? What is the topic? Who's the speaker? What are the speakers? What they are talking about? Is it about time? Is it about practice? Is it about shopping? It's about clothes. You need to know what you are listening for. This is the analysis step, the first step in preparation. The second step, after you analyze everything, questions, options, and you know what are you listening for, then you need to make prediction. Prediction means guessing about what are you going to listen to. Or if you are listening to names, what type of names, and from which culture, from which country. If you are listening to dates, will be there, for example, birth day dates, or what type of dates, times, for example. Try to guess the word type and try to ask yourself when, if it is about time, when something happens, or if it's about date, which date is there, and try to ask yourself when, because if the question is when, that means you expect numbers. If it is about how, that means a way. If it is about why, that means it is a reason. So try to make predictions, what the speaker will talk about and how the answer will be answered and what is the answer will be. So this based on the prediction, based on the analysis. The analysis of the topic leads you to the prediction. So if you predict very well, that means you are going to listen to correct things. The deep prediction, it means better listening and better agreement between you and the spoken text or the speaker's ideas. So here that comes the last thing under preparation, which is review. You need to review. Review what? That means skim unit-specific vocabulary. Review the vocabulary under each unit, vocabulary under each lesson in the book. To prepare yourself, this is before listening. It's before listening. Skim, go quickly to the vocabulary that are related to the unit that you are studying. Also, usually, if you become familiar with the vocabulary that you are listening in the unit, this helps you to understand the audio very quickly. Why? Because usually the audio or the text that you are listening to is heavily featured through key vocabularies and words. So you need to understand these words and key vocabulary in order to be able to listen smoothly. So these are 3 steps and sub-steps under the first step: analyze, predict, and review. Let us come to the next step, which is engagement. How can I get myself engaged? Look at the picture. This man is what? Is engaging himself. He's carrying a pen, taking notes. He's even smiling to some extent, which means he is engaging himself with what is he listening to. He's not passive, not like in the first picture that you have seen in the first slide. So engagement means first listening for guest. Listen only for main idea. The first listening. This is the meaning of engagement. So identify general situation. Who is the speaker? Where is he speaking? Or who are the speakers? Where are they speaking? And also, what topic are they talking about? What topic they are talking about? You need to know this one. Also focus on stressed words. Usually words are not the same. Some words can carry the meaning. Some words, they don't carry the meaning. They are there only for grammatical purposes or structure purpose. For example, usually nouns and verbs carry the meaning. So when I say I go to school or I'm gonna go to school, here there are many words in this phrase. The most important is go and school. These are the nouns. So these carry the meanings. But gonna to or going to, this is not important. So what you need to do, slow down. If it is keywords or, for example, nouns and verbs, try to understand them. But if they are prepositions like for or to or whatever, they don't carry, or articles, for example, that usually they don't carry meaning. They are called function words. So function words only for grammatical purpose. They are not content words. So when you listen, try to engage yourself, focus on content words, words that carry the meaning. So also shorthand notes. You need to take some notes to be active during listening, but be careful. Don't write full sentences, because if you spend time writing full sentences, you'll miss a lot of things. Just use symbols and abbreviations. Don't write even full words, and full also no need to write, for example, the helping verbs is are. Directly write the main verb. For example, go to school is enough to write go school, or make whatever abbreviation is suitable for you. Also, keep moving. Don't stop, because listening is very fast. You will lose listening. You will lose the ideas, and many of the ideas, if you stop, for example, to write full sentences or to engage yourself thinking of the meaning of one word or translating in your mind. So if you don't understand something, don't stop. Why? Because you have to move to the next question, or you will miss a lot of answers. So don't worry, even during exam, if you missed one answer, don't stop. Move to the next question and try to get the other answer, because they will have and will be there another chance for you to listen again and again. During exam, at least 2 or 3 times will be given to you to listen. So in this case, you have to move to the next questions and don't stop because you understand the current question or because you feel your answers are not good. So this is very important, to put yourself into the text and to engage yourself in what you are listening to. You have these steps that are very important to show that you are engaged. Okay, let us listen to review. This is the last step when you want to prepare yourself for exam. So we have talked about the first one is preparation. Prepare yourself before listening, and during listening, engagement. Be active, engage yourself. Try to feel that you are part of the audio. And now we are here with review. This review or revision comes after listening. It's not revision for the exam, but revision for the audio or the topic that you are listening to. So after you listen, you need to spend time with yourself to know what is there, what is wrong, what is correct. Are your answer is good or not good? So here use the audio script, the written text. Try to get the written text of the audio. Today, you can transcribe any text using AI. The audio, you can change it into text and try to what? To listen while reading. But this happens after listening, the last step during the review. Don't listen while reading, start from the beginning. No, we said there are steps. The first one, prepare yourself before listening, then listen, then in the last step to review and to see whether your answers are correct or not. You need to listen while reading. Carry the text and listen and try to follow the listening or the audio while looking. Here you are using eyes and ears. Then identify your traps. Try to know your mistakes. What are your mistakes? Know why you get it wrong. Why your answer is wrong is very important. What are the causes for the problem? Is it the vocabulary that is very difficult or of high level? Is it the speed or the speaker is very fast? Or is it a trick that some questions are tricky that you change your mind sometimes, many times while listening? So what is the cause? What is the cause of the mistake? You need to understand. You need to sit with yourself and identify your mistakes. So also another step after review. See, during review time. This is review time. Use the audio script, identify the traps, and also shadowing practice. What does it mean, shadowing practice? It's taken from the term shadow, the shadow that follows you. Whenever you go, you follow. So you need to follow exactly the speaker. What does it mean? Play, pause, and repeat phrases for natural speech. Try to play only part, small chunk, small part of the audio. Repeat it, pause, repeat it for yourself, and play it again. Pause, repeat. Short phrases, and try to imitate and copy, mimic exactly the speaker, and use natural speech. This is the way. This is the way to practice. But remember, we said this comes after listening, not before listening. So this is the last step. After you engage yourself, taking notes while listening, answering questions, and doing a lot of things during listening, now this is the time for revision. So revision includes here 3 steps, but it doesn't mean only these things for revision. Revision, even it could happen by going to a teacher, going to a good friend and discuss some of the mistakes that you have with them. Or it could be by opening a dictionary, or it could be by doing different strategies. So these are only giving you hints of how to review your listening, how to review your listening texts after listening to them. So these are the 3 steps that are very important. We said to recall you need to recall the steps. You need to prepare yourself before listening, and you need to engage yourself in listening during listening, and to review, and this happens after listening. But the steps that we have mentioned after each of these broad topics, it doesn't mean that these are the only steps. No, this gives you only ideas. You can do a lot of things to engage yourself while listening, a lot of things to review what we have listened to, a lot of things to prepare yourself. So these are not the only things. Let us come now to exam day mindset. If you have exam, you are in the exam day, what are the tips that you need to do? This is very crucial, very important. If you prepared yourself well, it means that you will be able to do the exam, or to stay in the exam in a better way and achieve a high mark in the exam itself. So in the exam day, what mindset you need to have? First, use the pauses. When there are pauses between questions during exam, use this silence to read ahead and not to worry. For example, if you have listened to the first question, then the teacher pauses the audio, you need what to do in this one? Not to worry, not to worry about something or busy yourself asking the teacher questions. No, in this one, you need to utilize this space or break, this silence. Try to read next or coming questions to prepare yourself for listening. Another one, focus on the message. Focus on the message itself. Don't get stuck with unknown words or sounds. Don't be busy about what did he say, what is the sound, what is this? No, what is the main idea? Ask yourself, what is he talking about? The main ideas. So don't focus on small things like sounds, what sound, why did he pronounce it like this, why not like that. So don't busy yourself, just focus on the message, what the speaker is trying to say. Also, trust your gut. Trust your gut, first choice. Usually, first choice that you have chosen is the correct. So don't change. First instinct is often correct. Don't change it unless you are sure that it's wrong. So don't change your mind. When you choose one as correct for the first time, keep it as it is, unless you are 100% sure that it's wrong. Stay also positive. Stay calm. Anxiety is the biggest barrier to memory. If you prepare yourself well, you will feel in peace. You will feel peaceful inside the classroom, or the exam hall. But if you come to class without much preparation, anxiety will be there, and this will hinder your understanding, and you won't be able to understand and comprehend what you are listening to. So this is the last tips that I am talking about during exam day. So this is how to prepare yourself for the exam, and these are the tips that you need to have. But try to remember that there are 3 steps to prepare yourself for the exam: preparation, engagement while listening, and review after listening. Thank you very much for listening, and that's all. See you with the next lecture.